What's going on, everyone? What is poppin'? I am back on Pokemon Showdown with a really fun OU team that I made. And once again, I just want to say thank you all for the support on the videos. I do appreciate it a lot. And if you are watching this video and you're not subscribed yet, I encourage you to subscribe. If you are enjoying the videos, that is. Because we're on the road to 40K right now, so everyone matters. Everyone on this journey matters. Also, I want each and every one of you to tell me in the comments, let me know, if you were a gym leader, what type would you specialize in? I was just thinking about that one. I'd be Psychic. Most of my favorite mons are that typing, and I can kind of predict, so I guess I could be a Psychic. But speaking of which, I do have a Psychic type Pokemon here in Celebi. I realized that it actually got Leaf Blade. I don't remember it getting it before. Maybe that's just me, but I think it's new. Leaf Blade with SD. I knew it got SD before, but I figured it could be pretty cool because both of its stab moves here, Psycho Cut and Leaf Blade, are high crit moves, and you pair it with a Scope Lens to increase the chances of critting, and it can do some really good damage. Sucker Punch is really nice too because after a Swords Dance, you're able to OHKO Dragapult with the Sucker Punch, so that's nice, and it's a really good speed tier, base 100, so it can outrun a bunch of mons. Unfortunately though, the typing does leave it walled by stuff like Corviknight, Mandibuzz, Hydreigon, and other such Pokemon, but we have mons that can deal with that. For instance, we have here a good Pokemon to deal with like dark types such as Bisharp and things. We have Cobalion, which is great. It has a Rocky Helmet and Stealth Rocks on this Pokemon here. So it's a pretty good mon that can either lead or just be a good pivot, get rocks up and stuff. And then we have our Defog Togekiss with heavy duty boots, enough speed to outrun the base, I think what, 60s, Aegislash and stuff, if they're not plus speed nature. So it can kind of do that, but it can T-Wave stuff too, and that speed covers basically every non-Scarf mon that you may possibly see, like I think up like past a Selgor a little bit too. Then we have Gastrodon here, which is our Storm Drain mon, so a Pokemon that can switch into Vicious Rend. Still need that since Dracovish is still roaming in the OU ladder. Then we have Umbreon, one of my favorite walls, or Pokemon that can switch into hits. Really great Pokemon in the meta right now, I feel. Good Pokemon to heal up the team and such and whatnot. And then we have Chandelure, which is there for a good Choice Scarfer. Has Flash Fire as well, and I think it's a pretty unique mon. With Choice Scarf, it's nice, it can outrun things. Everybody expects like Choice specs overall, so I think that Scarf can catch some mons by surprise, and it is decently fast as well. Trick can cripple things like Mandibuzz and stuff that try to switch in too, which will be really nice for Celebi if we pressure with rocks. But that's going to be the team, and let's hop into a game and see how this team performs. Hopefully, we can get some good ones. Copperage, not bad. I like that. Let's see what we can do here. I think leading Chandelure is fine, as he does lead Terrakion, which could be a Focus Sash Rocks lead. So I'm actually just going to trick it as he Stone Edges, and we've given it a Choice Scarf, so we can switch out here into Cobalion, as he actually goes into Mandibuzz here. So what we can do is Volt Switch out into perhaps, let's see, could go Gastrodon here, as he's going to U-turn out. Into what though? Toxapex, okay. So you possibly could have Toxic on this thing. I could go Celebi first just to scout. He just has a knockoff. Gets rid of my Scope Lens, unfortunately. But I kind of don't really need that too much, I guess. I'm going to double the Cobalion here. As he goes Sylveon. Okay, cool. Get some rocks up here. He'll be forced to defog and stuff. Although I could Iron Head too, but I do think getting up the rocks are gonna be nice. And then Volt switching out here. So we know he has knockoff, so that's interesting. Could go Umbreon here and just start getting some wishes off on some of our Pokemon. So Hydreigon and Mandibuzz. He has two Pokemon that wall Celebi. Otherwise, SD Celebi can kind of just go to town on the other four Pokemon. So he does go Mandibuzz here. Probably going to defog, I assume. but I should be able to still go Cobalion here. As he foul plays, gives me an attack boost as well, which is really nice. That is definitely very nice there. And I can just Iron Head here, force him out, go for the Volt Switch now. As he actually goes Hydreigon, we have a Togekiss which we can go into. And I kind of just want to click Air Slash here. See what he goes into. Sylveon, okay. That is fine. This thing has a Wish Pokemon instead of Clefable. And it is looking quite Spadef as well. So here I think I'm just going to T-Wave this thing. I mean, he may have Heal Bell, but I think it's just good. Just to cripple this thing a little bit. And then what we can do is go into... I guess Cobalion should be fine. And he Calm Mind's here. So this thing now is going to get threatened big time. So he'll definitely not want to stay in, right? Iron Head versus this thing is too good. But he actually does. Oh. Oh. Well, that's a good thing we have Gastrodon, which will be faster than it. It will be faster, and we can just clear Smog. So we can just literally do this until he gets parried. Or just does something like that, then we just take away his boosts immediately. So that's fine. He would not have done much damage anyways. Then we could go for some Earth Powers here. Because this thing can't beat us either way. But he might switch out though. And actually what I want to do here is go Cobalion now. As he goes Mandibuzz. So we can pressure this thing a little bit by going for Iron Heads here. He does get the defog off, but we get our rocks back up now. And then he goes Tarak. So I feel like he'll Stone Edge here. I feel like he'll definitely Stone Edge here. So I'm gonna go Gastro. He just gets up rocks though. Okay. I mean, I could have stayed in, but Cobalion is super needed in this matchup. Very needed. So he's locked in. We can just go for the switch to Togekiss here. Get the defog up, then reset rocks. And then, yep, let's go ahead and go Cobalion. He does go right for the Wish. And we can just, we can get up rocks here. Actually, I'm gonna go for the, I don't know, I kind of like Iron Head, but getting up rocks is kind of nice too. He actually goes Toxtricity. So we should be faster. Go right for the Volt Switch here. Into Gastro should be fine. We'll live the hit. Our item is still there. He Shift Gears up though. So we'll definitely live this hit for sure. Yeah, and he gets scared and switches out, which is beautiful. Goes right for the Wish. We're gonna Iron Head here. As he goes Hydreigon. Is this Choice Scarf? That's the question. Is this Choice Scarf? It is Choice Scarf. Okay, so he'll take some chip. Very nice, very nice. So it's good that he doesn't have a ground type because we can keep going for like momentum stuff. Momentum things versus him. And he tries to scald me there. We can just go right for... Actually, I'm a double here. Into Celebi. As he goes Terrakion. That kind of works decently well. But he does switch out here. I need to like somehow trick this thing. Take away his boots. If I take away his boots, it's going to be so nice though. How do I do that? I don't think he'll attack here. So I can trick now. Because if I take away his boots, that's going to make the game a bit easier to pressure this Mandibuzz. Though if he goes into Toxapex, that could be a really good play to give me a Black Sludge. Kind of curious to see what he wants to do here. Goes Terrakion. Okay, actually, it's not the worst thing. I mean, this thing is not locked in anymore. Okay, so I guess in that case... What we want to do now, I mean, we could give it right back. Then he might attack us again. So he has no item anymore. Let's say, I mean, we could defog later on. Let's say we go Gastro here. And he doubles to Mandibuzz. Okay. Getting a burn on this could be nice too. But we can go Cobalion here. Get up our rocks again. As he goes Tracheon this time. I mean, it is a speed tie. It is a speed tie. Do I want to risk it is the question. I don't think I do. I don't think I want to risk it this time. So I'm going to go Chandelure. Yep. And then I'm going to go here for the Gastro double. That works out pretty well. And we get a Fiscal now. And potentially burn something, which is nice. Really nice. So I think the thing we want to avoid is getting him set up for a Toxtricity sweep. So we got to make sure that that does not happen. So you go Sylveon here, that's fine. That gives us a switch into Cobalion. He does get off a Wish though, unfortunately, but I can't just Iron Head here. Yup, beautiful, beautiful. And that thing is gone. So finally, I don't know how many times he got paired. Was it just that once? I feel like he broke through all the other times. Here actually I'm going to close combat here, and we actually win the speed tie too. Don't know if he went for close combat there or not though. That's gonna be GG. So a steady dismantle of that team. That's kind of how this team worked out. So I like that. Good game one. Very analytical game for sure. Alright, so this time we have here a Vikavolt squad. Looks nice. Probably just lead Chandelure here, to be honest. I do like Chandelure leads just because it's a good Trickmon. And it puts in some work. Chandelure has really good or really decent defenses at like base something. But I know it's like over 200 for its defense and SPDF, which is like a number I like to see. So Chandelure versus Gengar. I mean, this could be sashed. This could very, very well be sashed. But Gengar's a threat, so I'm gonna just attack. But he switches to his bulletproof Como-O, which shouldn't be able to touch Togekiss at all. So I can't just defog here. He would probably go Zero Aura, I assume. But no, he goes Vikavolt. And I mean, we will be faster than it, so I can I could just Air Slash. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's Sticky Webs, right? Yeah, but actually, this thing is a threat. This thing is a huge threat, though. Wait a second. If he has like the Energy Ball, Bug Buzz, Electric, and Sticky Web, that's kind of bad. So I'm just gonna attack it here. Try to get a Flinchy. If I get one of those, yep, then I can play around it a bit. So I could do this, right? I could go into Gastrodon here. Ooh, okay. I mean, that looks good too. That looks like a good play. I like it, I like it. And we'll eat that up for sure. This is Emvee to avoid getting 2-hit KO'd by Zero Aura. From the non-Life Orb ones, that is. And then I can go here into Chandelure. So honestly, I think going for a Trick could be quite nice. I think I'm going to do that versus the Como-O. Trick it a Choice Scarf. And then go into my Togekiss here. Actually, what I could do is, check this play out. He'll double, right? Predicting Togekiss. I should have Shadow Ball though, but Flamethrower is still pretty nice too. Not bad, not bad. So I got some damage on that. Yeah, because I didn't want to Shadow Ball it, because then I'd look like a real fool if he stayed in, but at least Flamethrower would have done a little bit of damage if he had gone for like rocks or something. He does Nasty Plot here. We should be able to live any hit from this thing, including a Sludge Wave, so that thing is gone. Let's see here. So his biggest offensive threats are Cinderace and Zero Aura. I don't know what set this Corviknight is, but judging by how his team is Webs and Rocks and a Corviknight, I don't think it's going to be Defog. I think it might be like a setup set. So maybe keeping Chandelure is nice. If I had Infiltrator, that could have been cool too. If it was like sub bulk up. He brings in Vikavolt. What do I do? What do I do here? I don't lose anything by clicking Protect first turn. And then... do we need Umbreon? Maybe, possibly. Do I need Cobalion? I think Cobalion less, right? Because he has Cinderace, Corviknight. I'm not a setup set, so maybe I'll go into Cobalion here. Evo switches though. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world there. So here probably he would go into maybe Zero Aura. Yeah, Zero Aura here. And then here in this case we can just go into Gastro, which should take the hit from this thing. I don't think he'll go for a Grass Knot here. He just close combats, so that is fine. Can just go for a Scald, I assume. Though we could also get out of range of yeah, I think just getting rid of Zero Aura is nice. But he goes Corviknight. I don't burn it, which is okay though, but I can go Togekiss here. He subs. What do we do here? What do we do versus you? I'll defog. He does bulk up here. And does have Brave Bird. Unfortunately. So I think we'd have to break this thing's disguise. I don't know if a +1 knocks out Cobalion though. Or maybe he thought I was Infiltrator, that's why he switched. So actually here what we can do, I don't want to get up Rocks just because I think this thing could be, it could have a Core Change. He does get up Rocks here though. I can just defog now. Corviknight, I don't think should be faster than me, so I can T-Wave it, which will make things a lot easier in dealing with Corviknight. So I'll defog here and then get a T-Wave on this thing. Paralyzing it will be, I think, nicer for the team. So, yep, we could T-Wave this. Fully parried too. Okay, okay. And then I guess we go into Cobalion here. Heal Brave Bird. We should be able to now get up our or get a Volt Switch here. Perhaps could work. I like Volt Switch here. Rocks, yeah, I don't really want to get Rocks up. He does switch out though. And then we could go into, ooh, actually we could go into Celebi here. I know he has Brave Bird on Corviknight, however, Psycho Cut critical hits does seem kind of fun. Let's go Vikavolt here. Yep, we'll take it out with the Psycho Cut. Crit does not matter. I'm pretty sure we would have taken it out either way, but it's nice to see the Scope Lens in action. It is quite nice. So that's awesome. Now I assume he will bring in his what, Cinderace or something. So we have an option. We could Sucker Punch it to get damage off, or let's see. So we know it's Zero Aura. Probably doesn't have leftovers or anything. Could go Shandy, right? Could go Shandy here. Do we go Shandy though? Let's think about this. We could also go into Gastro. But then again, he might U-turn here. He might just U-turn here. I think I will still go into... I think then I guess Chandelure can live any hit from this range. So this forces him into Como-O now. Yep, he brings that in. Let's go Togekiss here. You'll get up rocks. We can just go for the fog. Into Cobalion we go. Hit him with the I think close combat here is the play. Just get as much damage as we can. Because then if he decides to knock us out, he'll have that much health left. And then in which case we can just go into Chandelure here. Predict Como-O and go into Celebi. Just regular Psycho Cut here to get damage off. On basically whatever. So I assume now, I don't think he'd stay in. I feel like he'll just go hard Cinderace. But we need the damage. We need at least one big hit on this thing. That's good enough. I think Sucker Punch will win us the game. Or I think we can possibly put in the work now. Let's see. I go Umbreon here. He will U-turn out. Then he goes Como-O. Let's see here. We then go into Celebi. We SD up now. Now definitely a Sucker Punch will knock it out from this range. So he's locked into this, right? Zero Aura is probably not a setup set. I assume maybe E-Belt or something. Alright, so he brings in this. He brings in the Corviknight here. Now, let's think about this. I could Psycho Cut to see how much damage it does. And that's actually 39 with a crit. And that's all we needed. That's all we... one little bit of yellow magic goes a long way. Thank goodness. I mean, I would have SD'd up again. We have to play around this Paras. He can't knock me out in one hit. Then you take a recoil. I think a +4 crit would knock it out. What's the crit chance on like a Psycho Cut or a Leaf Blade plus a Scope Lens? I'd like to know. Sucker Punch here will knock this out. Yup. And Celebi comes through. Get to showcase it. Yup, it would have taken out the other two mons as well. That's going to be GG. It's Emvee right there. Look at that. Look at that. Quality game overall. Very quality game. Really fantastic mon for sure. Like, usually I used to think of Celebi as just like a special attack mon, but SD Celebi is just really fun to use. Oh, this is Storm Zone right here. Okay. He has a Celebi as well. I don't know if his Celebi is SD or not, but it might be interesting. Let's see. I know he brings up a bunch of heat stuff. I faced him a lot while testing. Or sometimes. What do we do? I guess, I mean, he has T-Tar as well. That's actually kind of threatening. Alright, so we'll leave Chandelure here. He leaves Gastro. I'm going to Trick and give this thing an item. What are we going to take? Let's find out. We take an E-Belt. Okay. That's not bad, honestly. I think it's not too bad. So I'm going to go Cobalion here. He gets up rocks. He's locked into them now. We could get up our own. We could get up our own here. So I'm going to do that and then Volt Switch out here into Umbreon, which should take this hit pretty well. He does Shadow Ball here. We take that hit. And then I could go for the Wish. He will King Shield though. We could, like, I feel like he'd switch though. Actually, I'm a foul play. We know that he's heavy duty boots. That's okay information, I guess. I'm gonna go Togekiss here. If I can try to cripple this thing, that'd be nice. Get the T-Wave off. Get the T-Wave off, please. Thank you. Excellent. So he is heavy duty boost, so we'll get the roost off now, which is nice. And we know that this thing is Choice Scarf indeed. So I could go Cobalion here. That does seem kind of fun. See what he locks himself into. Superpower. Good play, good play. Very excellent. And I go Togekiss here now. I gotta just roost up here, I believe. Yes, he also has T-Wave himself. Okay. Okay, so it's the battle of the yellow magic. I like it. Then I guess here we go into, I believe Umbreon is fine, as we can sponge these hits decently well. I could go for the Wish here. We are actually faster than it, which is cool. Go ahead and Heal Bell, and I'll Foul Play now. Oh, he's Trick Celebi. No. I really thought he'd be like SD or something. I don't know how to get rid of Mandibuzz though. That's like a problem right there. So you just go Mandibuzz now. I should be able to just Air Slash here. As he goes into Togekiss, we can definitely just flinch it down and get rid of this thing, like he was trying to do to me, basically. And then go Umbreon here. I think Umbreon, as he does have Iron Head on it. Good to know. I'm gonna Wish here. Go into Gastro now. As he does have Sub Iron Head. Okay, so this thing probably can't break through Gastrodon then. So Shadow Ball shouldn't do much. Yeah, exactly. Here I'm actually going to clear Smog, predicting Celebi, but he goes Gastrodon, which may or may not have Toxic. Still going to go Umbreon though, as he blocks me. Oh. Okay. So probably block Toxic. So at least we burned it, I guess. So he'll eliminate my Umbreon. Then we go into, I believe we can go into probably Celebi. Could work here, and then double into double the Gastro. I'm not sure how I can beat this Pokemon. He does knock me off though. And then I could go for the Volt Switch into Chandelure. And Flamethrower him, gets a little bit of chip. Go into Gastrodon here. Heal up and go back into Celebi. Now I believe. I'm kind of forced to keep attacking what's in front of me. Get some chip. That might be not all the chip we need though, but still is chip nonetheless. If I get this thing done for, Celebi can just win this game. Don't know why he gave me that, or that much of it. This is leftovers though. This thing kind of puts in some work. He does Iron Head here. We can double, I think. Though he might King Shield though. So actually, let me go Chandelier here. Then go for the Flamethrower. As he sacks Togekiss and brings in Celebi. This thing will be faster than me though. So we are gonna go Togekiss. Go right for the T-Wave here, I think is the play. As he tricks away my heavy duty boots and gives me leftovers. It's okay, I guess. Like, it's okay. I can just go for another T-Wave once again. And then I think, I think we Air Slash here and just get this thing like done for. Because he's parried and getting flinched too, so he'll bring an Aegis Slash here. I think our play is to... We could go Gastro. I don't want to give Mandibuzz a Roost though. So I'm going to try to T-Wave this thing and get fortunate like that. Try to get a little fortune. And he goes right for the Iron Head here. Then goes Gastro, which we can hit it up for some good damage. We would then proceed to going into Togekiss here, I believe. All, of course, under the assumption that we can win with Celebi. Though then again, also Togekiss does kind of win too. I'm going to go Togekiss here though. As he does recover. Click Air Slash a couple times. He does get the poison on me, unfortunately. Gets back into Aegis Slash. I'll just go Chandelier here. Go for the Gastrodon double into Celebi now. So Celebi can still win, potentially. Aegis Slash is his key right now, like he can't sack that. Yep, goes T-Tar. Can just Leaf Blade this. Go Gastro here. As he goes Celebi, we get to go into Togekiss, I believe. Leaf Storms. I wonder what his last is. Goes Aegis Slash here. We get SD up. I'm gonna Leaf Blade here in case he subs, which he does. If he gets parried, we can win this game. Ooh. Did he have, yeah, he tried to go for King Shield there. I think that might be game. Yep. And we actually pulled it off. Oh my lord. That's no agency sweep. That's a dynasty sweep right there. A nice hacks. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, we almost lost that game. We just need some fortune. Got that nice scope lens plus the para. Not bad at all. I think we have time for one more for this one. So let's do that. That was really fun to see though, for sure. Just the work that SD Celebi put in. Despite, of course, getting fortune. Like, with a SD Celebi with scope lens and a two-wave Togekiss, you're asking to get fortune. You are asking for it. But let me lead Chandelure. As he leads Hitmonlee. I don't know what this thing will do, actually. His team is kind of heat, though. It definitely has that sort of heat factor to it. I'm going to go Togekiss just to scout, I guess, what he's trying to do. I mean, T-Wave does seem fine. I don't know if he'll go Hatterene, though. He goes Ninetales. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Let's go ahead and cripple this thing. And then go into... we could go Chandelure here. Let's go Chandelure. As he does Blizzard straight up. I'm gonna go for the trick now. Although Shadow Ball switch-ins don't exactly exist either. So I could Shadow Ball here. So I'm gonna do that. As he Blizzards again. I'm not too worried about that. Because we can just go for the Shadow Ball once more. And then I believe Mimikyu would come in now. Unless he has another Scarfer. I think that's Scarf Hitmonlee. That looks a lot like a Scarfed Hitmonlee. What do I want to do about that? Here's a big brain play. I'm going to go Umbreon on this thing. Right? I assume this is like Choice Scarfed, right? I assume it is. So we're going to double back. I think that is Choice Scarfed. And then we're right here, we're going to go for the... I mean, we could Shadow Ball. I could also trick this thing to prevent him from calm minding and doing stuff. But then again, it's not a big deal. I will Shadow Ball either way. It's coming off of a 389 special attack. Yep, that's gone. Fantastic. Haxorus comes in now. I don't think this is Scarf, so I'm actually just going to click Shadow Ball here. Get some damage off. He does Earthquake us, and we now know that Cobalion can come in and go right for the Iron Head here to knock it out. Then comes Hitmonlee. I believe Togekiss gets to come in now. He does Fake Out. That's not normal gem though. Okay. So we just T-Wave now. Cripple the Dracovish. Go right into Gastrodon here. As he goes Mimikyu though, we can just Scald now to break this thing's disguise. So you get the Hacks burn. And I was trying to get the Hacks compilation. Oh, he's red card. But what a perfect switch in here. And yeah, this is like literally the Hacks team. This is the Hack squad right here. GG. That is going to be it. Yeah, we got some quality games for this one. And I think we will end it off there. So I just want to say thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I really am glad that, I guess for the bigger games that we had, SD Celebi was the Pokemon that shined the most. And Scope Lens SD, I think is really fun to use. Scope Lens with the crit moves on Celebi. I do recommend trying that out if you want to. Of course, all my teams are in the description in a paste bin or a Poke Paste or whatever you call it. But yeah, I am also looking forward to hearing from everybody in the comments about the question that I asked before about what type would you be if you were a gym leader? Just a question of curiosity, I guess. And that's going to be that. I also feel free to suggest any Pokemon you might want to see. This one I kind of thought of on the spot of trying to bring. But I do read the comments, all of them, and I do take suggestions as well. So feel free to let me know. And I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.